Olympia. Tennis fans, welcome again to the round of 16 here at the 2026 Qatar Total Energies Open. Please welcome the players for tonight's next match. With wins this week over qualifier Yoko Uchijima and 2019 champion Elisa Mertens, this evening she returns to center stage through the Doha's round of 16 for a fourth time. From Australia, welcome back, Roland Garros semi-finalist, Daria Kasatkina.
After first month, I saw Daria Kasatkina win just one match. She strung back-to-back wins together in Doha and is one victory away from matching her best performance at this tournament. That came 9 years ago. And to get to the quarterfinals, she'll have to overturn a 1-6 record against her next opponent.
And 2 years ago, she cemented her legacy on this court, becoming the only three-time Qatar Total Energies Open champion in tournament history. From Poland, welcome back the reigning Wimbledon and six-time Grand Slam champion, Iga Świątek.
That opponent for Kasatkina is Iga Świątek, the three-time champion in Doha. Loves playing in Doha, loves these conditions that she talked about after her win yesterday. It was a straight set victory against Janice Chen, authoring another set where she didn't lose a single game. That was in the first set. Nice to have the mascots walking on with the players Świątek and Kasatkina. Indeed, there was more talk about Iga's bakery, as they call it, being open in Doha. That referring to the bagel, the 6-love scoreline. The breadstick is 6-1. Making, I think, good money off those in her bakery is Iga. Well done indeed to the mascots. And nice to see her back playing Kasatkina after taking a little break back end of last season. Now representing Australia. Second match of the four on the center court in Doha. Maria Cicek,
yeah, ladies,
the chair.
Welcome. Just a couple reminders. So serve clocks are in the forehand corner for both of you. Towel racks, Iga, darker one for you, and I think it's a gray one at the back. Blue, yeah, dark, whatever. ELC's live system calls all lines. You can ask for replay. And we're using VR on this court. Just make a request for hindrance right away. The rest is reviewable at the end of the point, all right? If you need anything or something wrong, let me know. At the end, just stay for a few photos facing that way with the gentleman, all right? Dasha, ball or Qatar? Ball or Qatar? Ball it is. Receive? Yep.
So coin toss done and dusted. This is the second match of the day on the center court in Doha. This WTA 1000, first WTA 1000 of the season, and one where she's had so much success playing in. For Świątek, the three-time winner in Doha, and during those runs sometimes has barely dropped any games, one of them just the 5. Rav, you've been in the booth alongside Tina Krisan, who is joined for this second match. Top 100 in singles, also top 20 in doubles. Great career Tina had. Tina, we're looking at this section of the Draw Maria soccer race already through with face the winner of this. We did Iga's match yesterday against Janice Chen. She looked very, very good. What do you foresee in this one against Kasatkina?
She just loves playing here in Doha, and she loves the conditions, like you mentioned. She loves the piece off the court and makes her happy on the court. It's always important to feel happy off the court, and she just, seems to like the court. She likes the wind. just plays so well. Has won 3 times. Last year lost in the semi-final against Ostapenko, but Ostapenko has got a number for her somehow. She knows how to play against her. But I'm sure she's forgotten that by now. And here she is against Kasatkina. So far, Iga has looked amazing yesterday against Chen, young Indonesian upcoming superstar in Indonesia, certainly. But yeah, so Iga dismissed her quite easily, actually, especially in the first set. She played without any errors, almost very aggressive, and was serving well. Second set was a little bit better, a little bit tighter, but still, when she needed to win the points, she did. And she just knows how to play the big points. She knows how to win these big matches on big stadiums. And these two have played each other before many times, actually, 7 times. This is the 8th time. 6-1 for Iga. They played actually in Doha in 2022, and Iga won in straight sets. The only time that Kasatkina won was in Eastbourne on grass in 2021, so a while ago. And Iga has found her game on grass, as we all know. She won Wimbledon last year, so that was the surface that perhaps lacked a little bit of attention to detail in her game, but she's managed to find that. But here we are in Doha. Obviously, Kasatkina, a very accomplished player, can vary a lot in her game, feels the game very well, anticipates, has a big forehand. I mean, likes to mix it up, likes to play drop shots. Is a fighter. But I wonder, is it going to be just a little bit too pacey for her today? Because the way Iga plays fast, and she's so fast on her feet as well, and quick and on the rise, and good serve. We'll see. But so far, she managed to beat her once on grass some years ago. Iga on paper, a definite favorite.
Yeah, she did it once. It was the first meeting between the players. Last meeting coming 2024 at the finals. So made the finals that season, Kasatkina.
1 minute.
That one going the way of Swiatek mentioned those scores she often pulls off. It was 6-1, 6-love that day in around 52 minutes for Iga. In terms of matchup and style, Tina, would you say Kasatkina and Chen a little bit similar as we look at the head-to-head in the sense that the forehands are a bit different? Chen goes to the court, there's more shape on the forehand of Kasatkina, but on the backhand, they both like to use a slice.
Yeah, they do. Hello, Maria Cicek from Croatia. Yeah, they do. I mean, they like to play inside-out forehand and vary the backhand. Again, conditions really lovely to play. 23 degrees, 49% humidity. The wind is dying down slightly, a little bit less on the center court than on the outside courts, definitely, and on grandstands. So easier conditions, but they're both used to it now. I mean, Chen, I would say, plays more flat. Like, she likes to attack a little bit more. She likes to come to the net as well when she can. Yesterday she wasn't allowed to by Iga. She just pushed her back all the time. But definitely Kasatkina can mix it up in her game and vary, and is good to watch.
Evening time in Doha. Not far from 6 p.m. This one starting between Iga Swiatek and Daria Kasatkina. Now at 61 in the rankings. Has been inside the top 10, high of number 8.
First set. Iga Swiatek to serve. Ready. Play.
Swiatek to begin.
Lovely.
Comes back after that double fault. Good pop on that serve. Tina, when you played and you were in these situations where you were facing somebody who maybe had your number, as the matchups went on, developed, did the mindset change, and how are you thinking going into a particular matchup?
You always have a plan B. You have your own game. You try to focus on your own game. Obviously, you know how the opponent plays, and you know what the weaknesses are, and you target those weaknesses, especially in tight moments. But then it's also good to have a plan B, isn't it? If plan A doesn't work, you're always trying to do something else. You're observing, you're feeling the game, you're looking at your opponent, the body language, the reactions, the game. If they start getting tense, those are all things that you're observing throughout the match. But you basically have your game A, and you try to execute it from the start. Ooh.
30-14.
Didn't time that one right, did Diga? This will be a fine start for Kasatkina, getting the break straight away. Back she comes.
Yes.
Saw one of those earlier in the week. A smash that wasn't put away by Magdalena in her match against Mira Andreeva. Maybe not as on top of the net as that one in this match, but turned out to be costly from her perspective.
Very costly. There were 2 smashes in a row in that point. Andreeva somehow managed to get those balls back and win the point and then the match, but certainly this previous smash was very makeable. Intensity is high from Iga from the start.
Heaviness on that forehand from Kasatkina. Second break point. Second one saved, but again, she was trying to be aggressive.
Yeah, I think she's worked on her serve quite a bit, Świątek. It seems to be has more pop on it. First service seems to be stronger. Even the second one is a little bit more powerful. This is certainly one of the areas that she can still improve. People always looking to improve, even the best ones in the world.
She's missed that one also. And she can't believe it.
You look up and it's dark, and then there are lights around you, so it's a little bit of adjustment, but she's quite surprised to miss the second one in this game.
A bit of a rocky start for Swiatek. A couple of doubles. Those miscues on the smash, and it is Kasatkina who breaks. Only just the start of this match is the box there of Swiatek knows. There's a coach on the right, very experienced, Wim Facet. She doesn't miss. Squeaky on the hard courts, always moving, getting into position. So rare, especially the first one.
Yeah, first one was very, very close to the net. Very unusual, even for the second one. But these things happen. It's a little bit of a nervous start. She knows her opponent is dangerous. A former top 10 player. She has had many wins in the past, Kasatkina.
Share that ability on those forehands to hit it with a spin.
And that is the Polish ambassador, I think, in Doha.
Just a little bit wide. Or she just waited for that one. Might have hit the smash there, but let it drop.
15-13.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe not quite high enough for the smash, but she certainly waited and took the forehand out of the air. She needed to be much closer to the net if she wanted to hit the smash, but better this time. Made sure she hit it for the winner.
Two breakback points. First one saved. Flavio Ciupola, coach of Kasatkina. Former player himself, hails from Italy. Excellent first serve, and then followed it up.
Now she's targeting that forehand with the serve. Really accurate, close to the line again. Here you go, on defense.
Found her spot there also.
Well, I guess keep going till it works.
Saves the break chances and gets to 2-love. It's already more games won today than in their last meeting.
Yeah, a little bit of a tense start from Świątek, especially those couple of smashes missed in the first game. But a good start for Kasatkina. It's just the one that she wanted.
Pulling herself on. Świątek.
Really stays down low. She was warming up before the match, really. Warming up those legs.
Does have the nice hands. Showing it there, Kasatkina.
Hard forehand here into the corner. Good to play into the feet, but look at that touch. It looks so easy. Just blocks it. It has got soft hands to be able to put it short.
Puts that beyond Świątek.
Impressive start so far from Kasatkina. Hits it on a rise, hits it down in front of her.
Good body serve. Over the miss from Świątek. Down another break point. Decided to come in. And that was a chance for Kasatkina.
She needs this game to calm her nerves down a little bit, Świątek.
Not yet on the board is Swiatek. She want to capitalize in this situation, Kasatkina.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a strange sound of the racket. She looked at her strings if they broke, but obviously didn't. Didn't hit it quite in the middle of the strings.
Now it was a forehand that worked very well for Swiatek yesterday against Chen. I had to hold on Kasatkina there. 2-1.
Time.
Up by break is Daria Kasatkina. Did have that chance to go by 2 breaks, but held on did Swiatek. Such a good mover is Kasatkina. Just that little swipe to keep the ball in play.
15.
Yeah, can mix it up really well with all the shots.
She's been watching a lot of the Winter Olympics as
Actually.
Kasatkina. Oh, got some luck, but the intent was clear there from Kasatkina early in a rally, going really big with that forehand down the line.
Yeah, trying to open up the court.
Close, but it was on the line.
That was a very good aggressive backhand. Brave backhand.
Kasatkina is a longtime partner, world-class figure skater, Natalia. Just by that movement earlier, just not quite finding it so far, Swiatek.
Yeah, well, Kasatkina has given her a bit of a resistance. She's reading the game well, and Swiatek is a little bit impatient during the points. A lot of intensity at the start of the set. Obviously, Kasatkina, a very experienced player as well, former top tenor.
She's been watching a lot of different sports at the Olympics. Also figure skating, but curling, skiing, curling. Likes that particular. She went big. Missed it into the tram lines. 3-1.
Kasatkina leads 3-2.
Great start for Kasatkina. They'll be pleased with that, Chipola. Good rally. Both hitting the backhand so firm.
Very firm indeed, standing inside the baseline, getting the angle. How low she is.
And soaked up all the pressure. It was still a difficult chance for Kasatkina. Very smooth hold there for Swiatek after the difficulties previously on her own serve. Those fans behind her. 3-2. Returning back to her side, Iga Swiatek. Still down a break in this first set against Daria Kasatkina.
Lovely.
Little sound before the first serve, or during the first serve. I think she just had a peek at the chair umpire there.
Yeah.
Kasatkina hits the double.
It was quite an annoying sound, to be honest, during the first serve. Quite disturbing.
A lot of talk over the years about the game of Kasatkina. We love the variety. People have talked about how much they love the variety. Also talk about, you know, should she be a bit more aggressive at times? Is that something you've often wondered too, Tina, or do you think that she's got the balance right in terms of the variety mixed in with the power?
Well, she certainly was aggressive on the last forehand. You can always be more aggressive, but I think it's the way you play is your character, more or less. It's hard to change that. She's been, you know, to the top 10 for many years, so it's not like she can't play. She's a very, very good player, but maybe you're talking about to reach Grand Slam sort of semis, finals, and that on consistent level. Yeah, for that, I guess you need a little bit more power. Just look at the players who are at the top, Sabalenka, Rybakina, and Swiatek. They have a lot of power.
There, we're seeing it again.
Yeah. You know, they have weapons, usually big serves, big forehands, consistent backhands. This is very good accuracy from Kasatkina. Really hits it flat over the highest part of the net.
Excellent hit on the backhand wing.
30-14.
Well, you can imagine clay would probably be her favorite surface, Kasatkina. She was in the semi-final at Roland Garros and quarter-final at Roland Garros. So she likes the slower surfaces. She likes to probably use the drop shots there quite a lot and mix it up.
Very good serve, helping her. Doing enough for the approach. She's also had success playing in Indian Wells.
Similar conditions to here, just like Iga loves to play in Indian Wells.
Hard and deep.
Advantage, Swiatek.
Second break point. Nifty block return. And she's so quick around the court. It's Swiatek. Draws level.
3 games up.
Well, good serve here from Kasatkina. She's almost half expecting that drop shot. She's running towards the ball. Take a deep breath now. 3-all. Slow start for her liking. We expect so much from her. She's so good and she just plays so well here. You know, she can have a few errors as well herself. Nobody's perfect.
No 6-love set in this first set. She was asked about winning another set, 6-love yesterday. 36th at a WTA 1000 tournament. That's a record since 2009. New strain from Kasatkina. So she was asked, have you ever felt sorry or like giving one game away at a certain point? She said, I think when I was younger, I felt that way, but later on, you just want to win it. In sports, it doesn't make sense to stop or play 80%. I'm here to perform my best. I also felt it wouldn't be respectful towards the opponent to give them something because we're here to play our best.
I think they probably want to finish as soon as they can and get back to the dressing room and move on to the next day.
Give it a time, and it was capitalized on by Kasatkina.
Good variation here with the forehand slice, drops really low. He knows her opponent is coming to the net, likes the target. Knows exactly where to hit it, cross court.
I think going back to that point here, it's often been said too, right? If you're out there, what happens if you get hurt during that extra game played? And also, if you give the opponent a point, they get a bit of momentum. Things could change.
Yeah, or one game may turn into the second game, and then you don't want to give the next game and you lose it, and then suddenly the opponent is closer to you, and then you start getting nervous. So you just have to finish when you can.
She's come back in this first set. Has Iga Świątek. And now has the lead late in the first set.
Time.
Świątek yesterday started her match a little bit earlier. It was still in the sun when it began against Janice Chen. First match today, and this started quite a bit longer, so evening time, different conditions right at the start. It's a big game here for Kasatkina.
And those two smashes she missed in the first game, certainly the first one was quite unusual. You know, you can't practice those smashes because, like you said yesterday, she started earlier, and they're warming up before the match when it's no darkness. So it's the situation that you see in the match, and you just have to adapt in the match. And she wasn't able to in the first game, so it's not always that easy. You know, it's different conditions. As you know, Ravi, when you look up, you really have to focus on the yellow balls, and sometimes you can't adjust the eyes that quickly. She's avoided a couple of smashes after that. She hit a couple of high forehands instead of a smash, which she could have, but yeah, you can understand why.
Her best sequence of the match now.
Has found her rhythm now. Swiatek really on the front foot, putting everything into the ball.
Yeah, dropped well in. Back in full flow now. Here's the top seed.
5 games to 3.
That was a good shot. Quite behind the baseline, almost leaning back, but playing back behind her.
Five, 3. That number going up. First serve points 1 for Swiatek, now over 70 in terms of percentage. Very good pickup straight away. Comes Swiatek.
Came quickly back at her. Didn't have time to react, Kasatkina.
She's missed that, so big point upcoming. She got control of this first set. Did Świątek, but now is down a break point. Double fault returns. And after gaining control of this first set, Świątek, she is broken, so the set will continue. 5-4.
Time.
Got the break back, but still behind in the score. Serving to get to 5-all. Had the chance of coming before, eventually did come in. Maybe would like more purchase on that approach.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation coming to the net, and a little bit also on the second attempt. Didn't quite close it down enough. Kasatkina is making her play at the net.
You know that intensity is going to be there always.
There was a patient point from Świątek, good height on the balls. Just waiting for her opportunity. Still, even the winner has a good height over the net. Makes it safe. High percentage tennis.
Matching her is Kasatkina.
30-50.
That last forehand from Kasatkina was very hard. Cross-court into the forehand of Świątek. Showing her teeth in this game, Kasatkina. Great play. Putting her opponent on defense.
Kasatkina.
Here's 5-all.
5 games on.
Thirteen winners, 13 unforced for Swiatek, 7-7 for Kasatkina. She doesn't mind that leaping backhand. Seen that over the years. Seems like the way she's playing this one, Tina, is trying to be right up on the baseline as much as she can, Kasatkina.
She is trying to counterpunch her aggressive shots. She has been aggressive herself a lot.
Good hitting again.
18 on.
It's coming out of that racket really good today. Trying to mix it up here. No fear hitting it down, Kasatkina. Full force.
Yeah, I mentioned the first serve before. She was winning more first serve points, but then we saw a little phase where first serve percentage dropped, still under 60, but found that one. Third ace, matching her double fault tally. Get on to that ball quickly. Get the top seed.
14-15.
Court positioning. Yards behind the baseline, being driven back.
Good job from Kasatkina pushing her back behind the baseline.
Well done, Kasatkina.
Yes.
Smart play from Kasatkina. Opening up the court here with this cross court, but he got really tried hard to make it to the forehand side. Impossible to change direction when you're already going to the forehand, and smart to play back behind her. Couldn't be any tighter in this first set.
Let's Kasatkina.
After that first meeting, which she won, this is the most number of games she won in a set against Swiatek. Previous high had been 3 for Kasatkina.
Advantage, Kasatkina.
Could get another game as it's a break point.
Gives
Timely, that first serve.
First serve percentage at 58 at the moment for Świątek.
Decided to come in off that ball.
advantage, Kasatkina.
Maybe not trusting from the back of the court at this moment. 3 of 8 on those net points. She's broken once again from having the 5-3 lead in this first set. It's turned.
6 games to 5.
Six-5.
Time.
After overturning that set with a break deficit in this first set, felt like she was on her way. Iga Świątek having that 5-3 lead. But now down 6-5. Kasatkina is trying to serve out the first. Made her play that volley. Didn't miss that one.
Love it.
That net tape wasn't enough to slow it down enough for Kasatkina to have a play.
Just distracted her rhythm a little bit lucky here, Świątek.
Love 40.
Seesaw first set. Could be headed to a tiebreak. Reached the top 80 in singles. Did Chipola, I think, one of his biggest wins over Andy Roddick.
15-14.
What a big serve. And that was a nice one from Kasatkina. First ace. Two of them saved.
Good job to come back in the previous game for Kasatkina. 3-15 down as well. Let's see if it happens here.
This would add to the frustration, certainly for Swiatek, if she doesn't break in this game. Not behind the low 40.
Advantage Kasatkina.
Set point.
Yes.
Well, not yet the set for Kasatkina.
Serve was actually very good from Kasatkina, but the return even better.
Brings up another one.
Advantage Kasatkina.
This is that forehand to her advantage. Another winner from Kasatkina. Has done so well in this first set. It's that point number 2.
Daria Kasatkina takes her first set against Iga Swiatek since their first meeting in 2021. Seesaw affair goes her way. 7-5. That was a very eventful set, Tina. Twists and turns aplenty.
A lot of twists and turns. 2-love Kasatkina and then 5-3 Swiatek. Couldn't finish that set, and what a finish for Kasatkina in the end. But 10 winners, 8 unforced errors. A few too many for Iga unforced errors. She only 1 point more, 43-42. I mean, that's nothing really. But yeah, just Iga was slightly unsettled, a little bit nervous in this first set. Nothing worked for her. much, but Kasatkina really absorbing the pace and putting her off balance and using that forehand and serve to her advantage. So a good level of tennis. Let's see what happens in the second set.
Still could be a long way to go for Daria Kasatkina in this one, but if she does get this win, how huge it would be. It's been a tough start to the season for 2026. Played at home in Australia for the first time, representing her nation. Was 1-4 coming into Doha. Lost to Potapova in Brisbane in over 2.5 hours, then a tough serving day, 16 double faults. Got a win over Ria Sakari in Adelaide. Double faults surfacing also. To defeat the Jacqueline Christiane, her second match in Adelaide, then faced Bartukova, the very young Czech, plays that all-around game. Very game. Lost that one in 3 sets in Melbourne. 8 double faults. So has hit some double faults in her matches this year. Played in Abu Dhabi. Fell to Simona Valtert. 7-6, 3-6, 6-4. Couldn't serve out the first set. And had a big lead in the tiebreak also. She was asked in Doha, did you feel any sort of pressure representing Australia, her new nation? And she said, no, not really. Wasn't pressure dealing with that. No extra pressure. She said, just a continuous feeling of how I felt for the last season, for the last year. And of course, she ended her season early, 2025, just to take a bit of a break from tennis. The 2 wins this week against Gabi Rusa, the Romanian, and Elise Mertens, one of the seeds. She said after that, for a long time, I didn't feel like this on the court. It's something I was looking for over the past few months.
She does look quite balanced and quite confident on the court, especially with her forehand and her movement. And the serve is working in the first set, was working. A little bit of a break for Iga to regroup, refocus, get some energy into her body. We might see 3 sets, who knows?
Second set. Świątek, 2-7.
Świątek to begin set number 2. Began this match with a double.
Depth on the forehand.
the front foot straight away.
Yeah, super aggressive at the net with a drive volley. Really explosive today. A much better start to the second set than in the first set. Just forgotten those couple of smashes that she missed in the first game. Good speed here from Kasatkina. A low slice, difficult to get it over down the line. Need to come under the ball and accelerate, which it does normally very well, Swiatek.
She might get through this game still, Swiatek, but she would have loved to do it straight away because just a couple of misses again.
Yeah. She's letting her opponent back in after 40 love.
But she does get the hold.
First game, second.
Well, this will feel good to her to close it off this first game and have a good start to the second set.
Career wins for Kasatkina against top 5 opposition. Last one coming Charleston against Jessica Pegula.
15.
2 years ago. Her last top 10 win was last season at the French Open. Heaviness on that backhand right into the corner.
It is tough to play her because she reads the game so well, Kasatkina, and puts you off balance. And absorbs the power also very good, and that forehand that she uses inside out has been very successful today. Plus the serve has worked. Tricky to play her.
Before that break, in terms of the numbers for her last season, didn't make a semi-final for the first time since 2019. Started off last year quite well. Kasatkina quarterfinal Adelaide, made the 4th round at the Australian Open, lost to a marathon to Emma Navarro in Melbourne. That's a stunning hit.
40-50.
A change of direction.
Good height over the net again and gets the depth with it. Flat one, hitting down. Another winner in her bag.
Game Kasatkina.
Important game to get the hold, because how many times do we see a player who's much lower down in the rankings taking on somebody inside the top three? They win the first set and then just a little bit of a letdown right at the start of the second. That's the beginning of the turnaround. But does get the hold.
Well, Kasatkina is very experienced herself. She has played many matches at this level and knows what to expect. Plus, they have played each other 7 times, so they know how to play each other.
And took that one on. Plenty of slice on it.
Was dangerously swirling to the left, but just made it. Some slice on it. Change seats. It's gone to the first row.
Maybe
Oh, they've gone to the back.
Maybe to be heard.
Yeah.
I think that's what she was saying earlier. Choice of shot, stellar. Just saw Swiatek moving the other way, put it back in behind.
Again, observing the point so well and just good height and just putting her off balance again. Very safe shot. She's a very intuitive player, Kasatkina.
Was all over it.
30-40.
Stepping in and hitting on a rise. Shot hit with conviction. Accelerates in the end.
She has a break point.
Yes.
Chopped well in. See how much she's putting into these shots.
Yeah, she does accelerate into every single shot and uses the legs to get the power out of the shots, and a lot of topspin, a lot of acceleration with her wrist.
Yes. Let's custom. Advantage, Kasatkina.
They're trying to go over the highest part of the net there. Swiatek dropping serve late in the first set when she had the lead, and in this game it was 30-love. Second break point. An escape there for the top seed.
Yes.
Bit of scrambling there, but important to win the point. The result is important. Good defensive skills. Awkward slices from Kasatkina, but Swiatek successful with the last shot.
And the interplay continues between Iga and her coach.
Is it long there?
Advantage, Kasatkina.
Such good countering. Well, we were talking about the conditions earlier. How about the fact that it was different from yesterday when she began her match? Swiatek could be a new racket going to her very quickly.
Yes.
When you think about these opportunities, chances she's getting, and you obviously have to think, given their head-to-head record and what she's done in Doha and overall, that if she doesn't take these chances, then maybe the comeback is going to come. But it's been that sort of a day for Swiatek where she's just still looking to get that rhythm for the baseline.
It hasn't been her perfect day. A little bit nervy. It happens to everybody. She's trying to find a way, and best players often do.
That's in.
Advantage. Świątek.
She's having to work hard for her points, Świątek. Good resistance from Kasatkina. Again, another slice, but this time a little bit too high for her liking.
Saves that game, Świątek.
Świątek leads 2-2.
Pulls out in front in the second.
Time.
One, two in this second.
15.
The racket did make its way to the top seed. And made it.
Yeah, good return and inside the baseline. Wasn't quite sure if she made it, but very accurate on the line.
Accuracy in this game has come.
Let's see if she plays better with this new racket. The slightly wrong tension may unsettle you.
Side to side they went. Świątek prevailing.
15-14.
Such good striking from the baseline on both sides. She had to cover a lot of distance during the point. Good height over the net.
Break points not taken in the previous game,
The new balls.
but Swiatek takes her chance in this one.
Swiatek leads 3 games to 1.
Controlled aggression here. Very good preparation and quick follow through. Got a 2-game cushion now in the second set, just like in the first 5-3 up.
The balls. Not the first time they've faced off during this part of the season. Did it 2022. Back-to-back weeks in Dubai and Doha. Similar victories for Swiatek in Dubai with 6-1, 6-2, then Doha 6-3, 6-11. Only a 1 minute difference in the time of those matches. Just past the hour mark. Trying to inject the pace.
3-0.
On a run.
She does look unstoppable at the moment. Swiatek, what a turnaround.
Been threatening a hold to love, but not yet for Swiatek.
Almost too much on that last shot. Too risky.
Double the unforced. She does have now 7 more winners than Kasatkina. Those break points saved looming large.
4 games to 1.
4-1.
Time.
Down in the second set is Kasatkina.
15.
Game-wise, anything she could be doing differently at this stage, Tina Kasatkina?
Well, I think Świątek has raised her level in the second set. She's calmed down a little bit, her nerves, and she's changed the racket. Maybe that played a role as well. She's definitely looking a little bit calmer, Świątek, and because of that, more dangerous. She's making better decisions and making less unforced errors. This is looking quite good in this second set. I have to say, Świątek, it's difficult to play her, but so far Kasatkina has done well, absorbing her power and redirecting with her shots and using that forehand and using the variety in her game. She should continue. She must look for opportunities. You never know.
She might shed light afterwards.
15.
Sean does win this match, Świątek, about the conditions and maybe getting that racket. But when you think about when you played on tour, when were there conditions at the most extreme? For example, if you played during the day compared to the evening time, think of the stops when you played on tour.
It's different in the evening because it gets cooler and a little bit slower. But in Australia, sometimes can be a big difference. A drop in temperature one day in Melbourne can be 20, the next time can be 40. So that's a big difference. And
That will make her feel so good, Świątek. Look out of the point. Ends up winning it.
15. 40.
that backhand, I don't know if we'll see it, but that was almost acrobatic to get it back. This is towards the end of the point, I think, so we won't see it. But what a defense skills from Świątek. Looking very composed now.
And that too is on the line. Didn't catch it cleanly, hence the apology. But she does get the game, and what a turnaround and a quick one in this match. Coming into Doha after her Australian Open, beat by the eventual champion, Rybakina. Those were, talking about the conditions, those were pretty quick throughout. Yes, temperature did drop, but considered to be quick on those courts, as she said afterwards. It's never been so flawless for me playing on these courts. They're fast. Oh, that first forehand from Kasatkina was very fast. Gave it a chance on the last one. She also talked about that match with Rybakina, a very close first set where she felt like she had some opportunities, break point looks, also second serve return chances, which unable to take.
Left.
3 set points.
50.
And back and down the line, just so classy. Very flat, very accurate.
The top seed storms back in the second set.
6 against 1.
And so we'll head to a third in Doha. 6-1 to Swiatek.
Well, in this second set, Swiatek managed to get a quick start. 3-1 up in the first set, and then from then on just continued with her good game, and 2 aces, no double faults. Many more winners than unforced errors. That number was higher of the unforced errors in the first set, so she has managed to cut them down, and a much better, much more composed second set from Swiatek, who seems to be getting better and better. So it's going to be a very interesting third set. A good start will be important for both players.
Time. Final set. Kasatkina to serve.
Daria Kasatkina to begin this third and final set. She was out of position there. Good recovery made by Kasatkina. Did have those break chances early in the second when it was tied, unable to take them, and then Swiatek came storming back with shots like that.
15.
In the third round last year, and Doha did Kasatkina, beaten by Jessica Pegula, player that she replaced at the finals when she faced Swiatek last time around. She's disappointed to miss that. Good margins on the next point. Made her debut in Doha 2016, lost to Cipola's fellow Italian. And the Grand Slam finalist Roberta Vinci in the final set tiebreak. That time she was ranked number 47. Slides away.
A slight mishit on the backhand.
Lights. Listen. Lights. Listen.
She made her quarterfinal 2017. Picked up a top 5 win along the way against Angelique Kerber, who was then the top seed. Good hustle, and this time it's Kasatkina who misses the smash. And on a huge point.
First game, policy.
The break going the way of the top seed. Not the start, Tina, she was looking for.
No, but a great intensity, great fight in the third set. Both players really pumped up.
Olympic champion beat her in that quarterfinal in Doha 2017. Monica Puig. Good counter again from Swiatek, who has an Olympic medal of her own. As she said, she wanted the gold in Paris last time around on the clay, where she's had so much success. It was a bronze.
Yeah, that is definitely her surface, isn't it? Her movement on clay is the best in the world. She slides into those shots really well, and a lot of pressure for her to win a gold medal. In the end, she managed to get the bronze, a great effort. She'll have a chance in Los Angeles in 2 years' time.
On the hard courts.
Yeah.
How big do you think this game is, Tina, for Kasatkina?
It is big for both of them. She wants to keep the momentum going. Swiatek is looking very positive and composed now in the third set, making it more difficult for Kasatkina. Still, Kasatkina giving a good fight and really trying everything to absorb the pace, to redirect, to mix it up. First shot was absolutely remarkable, the backhand down the line. Such an unexpected shot, but a great get from Swiatek, and The last forehand, she didn't want to miss that. We can see that from her body language.
Seals it with an ace. Complexion of this match has turned around.
Love it.
That's a slightly unusual double fault.
A little forlorn now is Kasatkina. When she puts away.
A bit of an angry shot there. Put her aggression into it. Great timing, by the way. It was not the easiest shot. Had to move towards the ball.
Maybe lamenting her choice of shot there. First one she's tried. Getting there on the slide, picking up balls. She's had to do a lot of that in this match, actually. Swiatek countering. She's been pushed side to side. I know how much she likes to be attacking, right? The one doing the dictating, Swiatek, but also a reminder just how well she does move. How quick she is around the court.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the best movers on the court, Swiatek. Adding a little bit of variation into her game as well with slice, forehand slice at times, even backhand, both sides. A break point here for the pole.
Good 1-2 combination.
Yes.
Good ball toss. Slice to the tee. A lot of space there for the winner.
Good resilience shown there by Kasatkina.
Yeah, that backhand down the line does a lot of damage. She opens up the court with it and just then uses the inside-out forehand into the other side.
Yes.
Back to deuce.
Advantage. Świątek.
All over it. It was a game that went back and forth. In the end, it does go the way of Świątek. 3 love.
Time.
Fans who are behind Iga Świątek will be in better spirits now, given the scoreline. Won the second set, and a 2-break lead in the third.
Love it.
Well, she hasn't played too many 3-set matches, Świątek, at this tournament. Only twice before when she won against Noskova and Golubic.
Love that.
She has been incredibly consistent and remarkable at this tournament. Her record is really good, having won it 3 times. Today, quite a bit of resistance from Kasatkina, especially in the first set.
Love it.
This game looking like the first set.
Well, in the first set, she had a few chances. She was up like 40-15, 40-love up in the game, and then lost those games, which is quite unusual. But it did happen, happens to everyone. And she managed to find a way in the second set to turn it around.
Let's pass.
Momentum still very much on her side.
First one saved.
15-14.
Very steady ball toss, one of the things she's worked on.
Again, Kasatkina.
She has missed that. And talking about being similar to the first game, it was in that first set. She missed those smashes. Gets one of them back.
Love 15.
She was on the back foot of the previous one, able to step into it on the next one.
Yeah, again, a lot of intensity in her shots on the baseline. Again, so low, using those legs to push off. Great speed of the ball on the last forehand.
Oh, she's missed it.
Ooh, she's used a little bit of her own medicine with the forehand slices, a couple in a row. Last one bounced quite low. Kasatkina didn't quite manage to scoop it up. Missed it by a little bit.
Just had to wait for it. There was a bit of uncertainty on that forehand after she missed the one close to the net earlier in the game. And Kasatkina is passed by Swiatek 4-1, getting the break back. Perhaps the 2-hour mark in this one. It's a double break restored. Top seed now at 4-1.
Didn't let that ball swirl too much to the left, just took it early.
Had her 15-match winning streak in Doha snapped last year. She did Iga by Elena Ostapenko. That was the semifinals. Her only other loss in Doha came in her first appearance. That was way back 2020. And it took another slam winner to beat her back then as well, Svetlana Kuznetsova.
Yeah, Kuznetsova loved to play in Doha as well. She loved the conditions. Ooh, that's good. Taken on a rise and a good follow through.
Kuznetsova, finalist 2007 in Doha. Just gave her the angle and it was taken by Kasatkina.
Yeah, she does like the target. She saw her come in and there was quite a lot of space open on the cross court. Tried desperately to stretch to the ball, but it was too accurate from Kasatkina.
She wasn't sure. Just waiting maybe for a possible call. No call came. It was on the line.
Let's pass.
One more game needed now.
Please. Swiatek leads 5-2.
Yeah, after the good serve, she was standing inside the baseline, really extended those arms to get the direction cross court. Perfect execution of the shot. Finishes over her shoulders and no chance for Kasatkina.
Serving now to stay in it.
Love it.
And go back to those break points she had to fend off Swiatek early in the second set, 3 in the one game.
Yeah, she's definitely found the way. She's found the calmness. Still good intensity, good aggression. Managed to use her chances in the second and in the third set. It just seems like it's a matter of time till she finishes this match off for tonight.
Trying to do it in this game.
15-13.
Kasatkina on the back foot again, like she's been throughout the third set, more or less. Swiatek really making sure that she's the one. This is much better. Doesn't get too many chances though.
Good second serve. Deep but in the corner. Second one she tried, she made that one after missing the first one.
Yes.
That was a great get from Kasatkina. Quite short the drop shot, but couldn't do much with it. Couldn't really place it in a dangerous place. Iga reading the game really well, just pushing it into the open space.
Advantage, Swiatek.
Match point.
Yes.
Still we continue, but positive at the back of the court from Swiatek. She gave everything at the back of the court just to keep it going. To no avail.
Advantage, Kasatkina.
Good timing on the smash this time. What a high lob.
Yes.
Back she comes.
Advantage, Swiatek.
A further match point. Oh, drilled it to save the second one.
Great depth again. Was slightly late on the forehand, but just hit through the shot.
We've seen her hit quite a few backhands down the line.
Yeah.
Not as many the forehand.
She loves the forehand inside out, Kasatkina.
Such a deep return.
Advantage, Swiatek.
second serve points won in this match for Kasatkina, around 24%, and that's similar to their previous matchups of late. It's a comeback win for Iga Swiatek.
6-1, 5-7, 6-1, 6-1.
Dropping in the first set, then saving the break chances early in the second against an inspired Daria Kasatkina. But the three-time champion does prevail and makes the quarterfinals. 5-7, 6-1, 6-1.
Well, what a match it was. Very good set from Kasatkina, first set especially. But then Iga, the champion she is, she has found a way. And again, another win under her belt. Kasatkina on to the next tournament in Dubai. She will be happy with her third round, I'm sure, but Swiatek was a little bit too much today. She's beaten her 6 times before, so this is the 7th time, and she definitely knows how to play against her opponent, and she's done well finding a way today, even though it was not the best of her evenings, but she will be happy with the win.
Well, Iga, Daria stepped up tonight, forced you to find another gear. How'd you recover after that first set like that?
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't easy, but I'm happy that I found a better rhythm, and I started like following through my shots because in the first set I was backing out. So yeah, I just wanted to go for it, especially in these conditions with the wind, and I'm happy that I started to do that.
Well, that's your 18th victory here in Doha. I hope we get the opportunity to say 21 on Sunday. Congratulations on the win, and best of luck in the quarters tomorrow. Fans, let's hear it for Iga Swiatek.
Not many times as she's won in Doha, she had this sort of match to come back and win, but she did it today. Those placards, the signs, the Polish flags, plenty of them in the stands in Doha. And made a good recovery. Had to make that recovery in the second set, Tina.
Yeah, she did, and she really found a way. She calmed down, and she sort of changed the racket. Maybe that made a difference as well. She was happier after that, and just put her opponent under pressure and took her chances, which she did in the first set. But what a way to win in the end. 6-1 in the third. 7 aces, 4 double faults. 41 winners, that's quite a lot, and less unforced errors. 102 points won compared to 80, quite a big difference in the end. First set was quite competitive. The second and the third, not so much, we have to say, but it's the win number 7 for Swiatek against Kasatkina. They really have played each other many times, and I'm sure they will be in the future as well, but this is the place where she loves to play. Swiatek, and she continues to do so.
She does indeed. And she will take on another familiar opponent in the quarterfinals in Maria Sakkari. They played 7 times 4-3 is the edge going to Swiatek at this stage. Has won the last 4, however, in that matchup. Down at the bottom, Muchova will take on either Kalinskaya or Svitolina. That match coming up later on the center court.